Matt here, and kind of a different type of video today. I'll take you through a little adventurizing session here on the channel, and I'm playing an out-of-town disc golf tournament. Hopefully interesting course, got some interesting accommodations lined up, and I thought it might be interesting for you guys to see like what a tournament trip more or less looks like. For me, I don't tour per se, but I do play several events all around the South, and of course in Georgia, all over the place, Alabama, Tennessee, sometimes in the Carolinas, and maybe expanding on that later this year. And I thought it might be interesting to see what someone who's not a hardcore touring player but does get on the road to play some tournaments, how they operate. I'm just in my normal car. I don't have a van or anything, so nothing too special or crazy to give a tour with there, but I thought it might be interesting. So I hope you guys find it interesting, and I'll hopefully have some cool video of maybe the drive as well as the course, and see what we get up to. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy it.
So we're starting out in the hills near Dalton. Really pretty scenery here. You got some mountains surrounding, a lot of farms, very pastoral land. Drive's going to be 2.5 hours, and I worked a full day, so just trying to stay awake, stay alert, and enjoy the scenery. You see the crest of the mountains and the Chattahoochee Wilderness area there, and now we're coming into Alabama. This is actually Collinsville, Alabama, home of one of the largest flea markets in the world, Trade Day. Actually down at this light here where I'm going to make a right, you make a left, it's right down there, and you can buy anything you can think of pretty much there. Old video games, livestock, records, handmade furniture, whatever. I've been there a couple times. It's pretty interesting. And Collinsville is the kind of little rural town you'll drive through a lot, going through the smaller towns in the South. It's a little bit bigger than most. It's actually got 2 street lights instead of just one like some of the real small ones do. This is about 40 minutes later coming into Guntersville. It's on a lake, Lake Guntersville, and it actually the Tennessee River flows into it as well. So going over these causeways, there's a lot of them where you'll have the lake on one side and the river on the other like this. I'm not sure which one's which. I think right side's the river, but not quite sure.
Okay, so we have arrived at Arab City Park. I'm going to try to get a practice run in. Maybe I'll film a few of the shots and you guys can get a feel of this course. Took me a little over, not quite 2.5 hours, like 2 hours 15 to get over here through the mountains of the carpet capital, through Collinsville with one of the world's biggest flea markets, and now we're here, so let's get going.
So they've had a disc golf course here in Arab for a while, but they did a pretty good redesign a couple years ago. I'm starting on hole 1 here, and it's one of the more open park style holes, and there's also some more wooded ones as well. You got a couple holes 4 and 16 that play over this pond, and they claimed a lot of disc this weekend. Just going with a T-Bird hyzer over there. It was a good play for me that worked both rounds of the tournament. And then you get about half the courses back here in the woods like this, where you're throwing in, out, or through this more wooded area. So overall, it's got a nice mix. The only thing that this course is really missing is any sort of elevation. It's kind of like flat as a pancake. And this is what I rented, actually. There's not a whole lot of accommodations in this area. They book up fast. So I actually rented a sailboat to stay on for the night. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so I found my boat. It is in slip number 69, so that's kind of funny. I just got to get on board here. Okay, super fast boat tour. There's the hatch where I came in. I've got it shut for the night. Here's the Buddha, little plant, little kitchen area with a kettle, ice box, sink. It's one of the little couches here. Fold down table, or I think it actually makes this couch here into a bed. You fold that down, it folds out, and then you put the cushion across both sides. Got the toilet in here. Not really supposed to use that unless it's a late night emergency. That's the air conditioner. That's the bathroom sink, and technically that's the shower. This is a wet room in here, so
you could shower here if you want to. And this is the bed in the V berth. Feels really good. That's where I'm gonna sleep. And that's the interior of the boat. Okay, now that I kind of got it figured out, I got the air conditioner running, the lights on. I'm gonna go shower off in the bathhouse before get settled in for the night and hopefully have a nice relaxing time. It's pretty nice in here, honestly. And the air conditioner was easier to set up than I thought. Everything works really well. Good experience so far. Really. So since the head of the boat's kind of small, you don't really want to use it too much. This is the communal bathhouse. Kind of how you'd expect. It's nice-ish, got a couple toilets. It looks reasonably clean, so that should be cool. You technically can shower on the boat, but it's a very tiny space and you're using the handle from the bathroom sink, so it's kind of wild, but it seems like a decent setup.
So I got a decent night's sleep on the boat. It was a little bit challenging to get settled down, just excited for the tournament, but it's a beautiful morning here in Guntersville. Got up before the sunset and it's looking like a great day. This is the tournament setup. I got the TD, Michael Rogers there, giving a little pep talk, talking about the sponsors and everything. They had a ton of local sponsors. You can see the Dynamic Disc, Iron City, drove up from Birmingham to Vend, and they did the payouts for the AMs as well. 90 players in this thing. It filled up. And for a course out in the middle of kind of nowhere, Alabama, this is really well-run event. Nice folks, well-maintained course. I think Michael does a lot of the work himself, just him and the volunteers. And overall, put on a really classy event. Very fun to play.
Okay, well, I am driving home. Long day, 36 holes of golf, and one of the hottest days of the year so far. And played one pretty decent round. The second round, it got really windy on the open holes, and I kind of fell apart a little bit. Just did not fit. I got 5th out of 8. Ended up shooting even on the day. I did hit metal on a 410-foot par 3, so that felt pretty good to get that birdie. But overall, a little disappointed in the result, but fun trip. Michael Rogers, the TD, put on a great event. It's even better than it was last year when I came over to play, and it seems like that course is only going to get better. Did win a disc and a raffle, and they put together a pretty good players pack. They had like a birdie bag and a disc and some other stuff from local businesses as well. So very cool of them to do that. And overall, staying on the boat was really fun. Really interesting atmosphere there, very relaxing. So a little bit unusual, but I really enjoyed it. And even though the result wasn't quite what I wanted this time, still put up a half decent result for the weekend. And my next tournament's in a couple weeks. Just gotta keep building and do even better there. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great